Greetings and welcome back to The Booth, the first and only podcast dedicated solely to WVU women's basketball. I'm Chad Adkins, and I have the extreme pleasure of being joined by the man that was the first person to dunk a basketball in a women's college basketball game. Shane Terrell, everybody. Shane Terrell.
All right.
We're recording in the basement bar booth of Mario's Fishbowl Suncrest on University Avenue in Morgantown, West Virginia, home of the world famous fishbowl.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers, sir. Cheers.
The funny thing is, I've actually never dunked a basketball.
Oh, please.
I'm
Come on.
I'm being backwards, aren't I?
At Lincoln grade school on those little
Well,
rims?
those were shorter.
But you dunked it, didn't you?
Well, and I've stacked cinder blocks and dunked before.
Okay,
So
but still.
technically, yes, I have dunked a basketball.
Okay. Awesome. Before we get going, I'd like to give a shout out to our title sponsor, Tri-County Electric. They specialize in electrical services for large-scale commercial, institutional, and industrial projects. As an electrical service contractor, they design and construct power distribution and data communication systems in diverse and complex environments, including healthcare, manufacturing, and biotech facilities. They also handle heavy industrial and hazardous locations, in addition to private and public sector environments. Visit pinline.com/services/Tri-County Electric or call 724-887-9110 for more information. All right. Thank you, Tri-County. We appreciate it. Looking back on the previous two games, no complaints.
No. I mean,
That second quarter against Houston was a little bit, man. They outscored us by 2 points, but man, we came out swinging that first game.
yeah, I mean, it's going back to previous game, Kansas. What's your thoughts on that? I mean,
that
was
I was shocked. I mean, I didn't want to say it, but in a weird way, just because they had such a good player in that Samaya, whatever, what's her last name? I can't remember.
yeah.
But she was so good, and we held her to nothing, man. We shut her down.
Nah, I thought we played pretty well that game.
Yeah, I would. I don't want to admit it, but they did kind of make me a little bit nervous. But they did. But because, I mean, they have one of the best, and she is legitimately one of the best players in the Big 12, and we shut her down. I mean, that seems to be the trend. I don't want to jinx us, but my gosh, when somebody that's averaging 20 some points a game comes to town, they're getting their totals cut in half.
Yeah, well,
it's a good trend to be on.
Yeah,
I just hope
sure.
it's not a flukish trend. It's just how good we are defensively.
yeah, we're definitely a defensive team, and I think offensively sometimes we still have our struggles. But who didn't have their struggles was Sydney Shaw. She had a career high 22, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. She's really been flourishing under this system here. I mean, she cannot deny it. I think she averaged I don't even know, 6 points a game or something.
5 points, something, 6, something like that.
Yeah, at Auburn, and now she is. That's got to make the coach at Auburn feel a little bit. Whoops.
Yeah. And I know they asked Coach Kellogg about it, and he obviously, career high is good, but he's still talking about how much better she's getting defensively. So it's I just want to make sure remembered her from that career night that she had. So.
But she needs to check her dang Instagram. We're trying to get people on here.
Well, we got somebody lined up for it didn't work out this weekend just based on because they're out of town traveling, right? Yeah, but
we got some good contact information on JT. Hopefully, she'll be on our next podcast. So we'll get a little insight from JT. I'd love to have Sydney Shaw on, but she won't check her Instagram messages. But this, and then and I'm sorry, I felt sorry for Houston. Only 6 active players. I wasn't sure exactly how down they were, but man, they're down.
They
For them
really-
girls to come out there and just battle is hats off to them. Hats off. Here's to the Houston team. We'll give it to them, man.
I did feel back. I actually went back and rewatched some of that game because I headed to the men's game actually, so I didn't get a chance to watch the end of it. But yeah, I mean, they actually have like 6 people where they could actually play, and then one of them fouled out at the end.
Yeah,
so it was like,
yeah, you feel bad for that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know that much about the program, but I noticed too that they didn't have a real big crowd there. So I looked it up. They had like a little over 900 people there. So you know, I mean, it's got to be frustrating when you don't have a lot of people there rooting you on, and you're basically a 6-person team.
Yeah, well, that's the way TCU was last year. Look how they are this year.
Oh yeah, well, no, I mean, a program can be turned around, and of course, I don't know what was going on there. Maybe they had, I don't know if that's normally they have a lower crowds or what, but
I'm sure, especially this year, they've won one game.
Yeah, but I felt bad for, I felt bad for them too. I did.
But coming up, I mean, last year we had well, let me go ahead and say hello to our other sponsor, actually, Carpenter Marty Transportation. They can perform traffic impact studies along with roadway and bridge improvements. Located in Charleston, West Virginia. Visit cmtran.com or call 304-989-3680. That's cmtran.com or call 304-989-3680 for more information. Thank you. And the Martys are coming this weekend?
Bill's possibly coming. Actually reached out to him today, and he said he's still planning on coming. There's, I guess, some weather coming through, so he's going to kind of pay attention to that because he's coming from Columbus. So,
yeah, but you got a couch still.
Yep, he's got couch space.
Maybe you kick Skylar.
He may not.
He may not even be there.
I'm not sure if he'll be around next weekend or not. He's a Rolling Stone, so.
But like I said, last season we actually had an episode called The Gauntlet, but I think we're going to have one every year because right now we are entering into the gauntlet of our conference schedule. I think personally,
just for the record, you always come up with the podcast names, and I'm always tickled by them. So yeah.
Yeah.
See what you come up with.
Well, I'm telling you, this is
going to be.
It might be the gauntlet again because that's what we're dealing with. Facing a Baylor team,
it's a big one.
There are no scrubs. We have 6 games left, and there are no scrubs.
Yeah,
none. Everybody that is left on our schedule, if we don't have a good game, can win, if not completely punch us in the face.
Well, I guarantee you we're very hungry for this road win at Baylor. Coach Kellogg's going to have them ready.
I hope so.
We are going to win this one. I have 100% confidence in it. This is it's going to be our day.
It's got to be. It's got to be our day.
It has to be.
It has to be our day. I think we control. Well, we don't really control our own destiny because we're a game behind in the standings. But I think if we went out, we'll beat TCU, who is one game behind, so we would have the tiebreaker on them. And I think if we went out, we should win the conference. I think personally. But doing that is another question. I mean, we've got 3 of the top 4 teams out of
vicious stretch coming up.
Yeah, it's the gauntlet. It's a gauntlet. And Cincinnati sitting at 500. Utah is same record in the Big 12 as us. We get Utah at home though. We get Kansas State at home. We get Cincinnati at home. So those are 3, and we get Cincinnati for the final game of the year in Cincinnati. So it's going. Woof. We're poised.
No, I think
we're poised. I mean, hopefully We are peaking at the right time of the Big 12 season. We can, and if we're peaking, we can beat all these teams. I mean, it flipped me out. And, Kansas State, they lost Ioka Lee, but they come back and give TCU still their second loss without Ioka Lee. So even though I've initially thought, oh, well, they're done. I mean, but then they got rolled by Oak State.
Yeah, there's some confusing things. Go back and look at some of the wins and losses on a few different teams, but
it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. The championship is up in the air. There's maybe 6 teams right now that can really, I think, win the Big 12 championship. That are in. It's crazy coming down to the last 6 games. It's going to be It's going to be a bar burner. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. Yeah. So what is your prediction for you? Well, you said without a doubt we're going to win this game.
I feel good about Baylor.
Is that a homer thing though? Or are you just being a homer?
No, I think there's an emphasis on getting a good road win. We haven't really had the good road win, and I think this is the one that they know that we need.
Signature. We haven't had a signature. Well, that's for certain. That's for certain. I mean, we need it. We need it. Yeah, it is kind of interesting. JJ brought up at the post game there at Houston. She was like, "Believe it or not, this is kind of a rivalry for us." They dislike. I mean, because Baylor was dominating forever.
Yeah.
And in this league, in this conference, and nobody likes Baylor too much. So let's. But they're a good program. It's almost like why everybody's hating on Patrick Mahomes right now. By the way, this will probably come out tomorrow, but we're shooting the night of the Super Bowl, so we have no idea what the outcome is. So I'll try to do this. Well, no, I'm not. That would be too much. I was going to say go, yay for, and then put in a voiceover, but I don't think I'll do it. Yay for whoever wins. But really, I want both teams to lose. I don't know how that's possible. Like I said, this is almost like the national championship football game. I want a meteor to win. I want a meteor to smash right down in the middle of New Orleans. But only the football team, all football players are injured. That's it. But yeah, I mean, Cincinnati, I don't know. Well, I mean, what are your thoughts? Like I said, I think if we go undefeated during this stretch, I think we've got the Big 12 championship locked down, obviously. Well, I wonder what the likelihood of I don't want to be a homer. I don't want to be. We can win every game. We can win every game, but if we crap it out, we could have a bad stretch here too.
Yeah,
this is the time to be focused and a time to peak.
I think we're going to be focused. I think they're due. We've had some players that's been coming off the bench. It's been productive. I know the last couple games it's kind of been blowouts, so we've got more people off the bench, but I thought they played well.
Good minutes. We had good minutes.
Yeah, had good minutes with them, and I think that's going to be important down this stretch to rest, and it's important when you get into tournament play. Hopefully everybody's ready.
All right. And I really didn't see CC. Right. I got to make this comment too. Got to make this comment before we wrap it up. CC was on the Kansas game. It was on the far side. It was the first half. So I remember this. She's trying to make a no-look behind the back pass in the paint, and it went doink. She did it twice, like kind of in a row. Coach got mad, and then he even made a comment about it in the press conference here. These silly, do you remember hearing that?
I know.
About these crazy. I like the crazy passes. I like the CC crazy passes. I love the no look for the big. I like it. There's my one.
You've seen a little bit of that in
I don't think Coach likes it. I bet he would like it if it would have worked.
Yeah, if it would have failed. Gosh, that was great. Yeah,
but it failed twice in a row. I think that's how he was. I mean, he got upset about it. He's like, "Oh, and it was at the Houston game. We were talking about the Stoker Focus for Scott and for Kayla Scott. And I actually saw her get up off the bench and was like stomping and like,
Oh,
at
yeah.
one point I was like, oh, there goes that Stoic. See, I guess I'd have went out the window. All right, Shane, it's Super Bowl Sunday. We're trying to get this done before kickoff. We're here in the basement. They're getting rowdy upstairs at the fish bowl. Did you get any number squares this year?
I do got a couple up there. I don't know what.
See, I didn't even try to get them this
They
year.
They fill up pretty quick.
But I'm here enough to freaking pint.
Yeah.
I should have been offered. Nobody even offered. I got them last year. I had good numbers, but never got
Hey,
it.
I'll sell you mine.
I'll buy, how many did you buy? Like 8?
No, I think I only bought 2.
All right. But you have, well, no, you know what the numbers are now,
But
right?
I'm going to sell you 2 of them for more than I paid for them.
Oh, wow.
It
It almost sounds like we're on American Pickers right now. That's what it sounds like. Shane, you got anything you want to say before we go?
No, not really. Just looking forward to that's Tuesday night, right? We play Baylor. It starts at 8 o'clock.
I'm scared.
So
I'm nervous.
Zimmerman's going to smack the dog.
Well, I think it would be unhealthy not to be nervous. It'd be like burying my feelings deep inside, never let them show their head again.
Yeah, we'll watch the game and see what happens. But
I want we'll win. I don't care what the Zimmerman say. I can be nervous, but we're still going to win. All right,
I'm excited about it.
It'll be a great game.
What I'm not excited about is, man, this season's flown by, and it's.
I know. 3 whole games left. 3 home games left. It's going to suck.
We're going to have to, we didn't really get through all the people we wanted to have on this year, so we may have to have a couple post-season podcasts.
Yeah, we may have to. We may have to do that. Before we go, I want to give a shout out to our title sponsor, Tri-County Electric. They specialize in electrical services for large-scale commercial, institutional, and industrial projects. As an electrical service contractor, they design and construct power distribution and data communication systems in diverse and complex environments, including healthcare, manufacturing, and biotech facilities. They also handle heavy industrial and hazardous locations, in addition to private and public sector environments. Visit pinline.com/services/Tri-County Electric or call 724-887-9110 for more information. All right. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for us. For Shane Terrell, I am Chad Adkins. And until next time, we'll see you at the Coliseum.